off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Let's try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Good afternoon and welcome inside the broadcast here on Fans Sports Network, and welcome to Brayton Park and the 2023 Rhode Island High School Softball Playoffs Game 1 action in the Division 1 bracket, the Cranston West Falcons and the East Providence Townies. And if you're new to how softball happens in the playoffs, kind of a fun little situation. Yeah, it's pretty similar to college in ways. It's double elimination. So even if you lose today, you're not completely out of this game. I'll take you quickly through the lineup here for these Providence Townies. They'll start it off with the center fielder, number 10, Trinity Provencher. The second baseman is number 2, Jocelyn Sosa. The catcher is Ava Mendence, wearing the number 16. Boyso's at third base, batting fourth, wearing number 20. Emma Bergeron is at first base, batting fifth, wearing number 22. Mackenzie Pimentel is the shortstop. Sylvie Patterson, the designated player, batting seventh. Kira Quadros, watch her in the circle today as the pitcher, batting also number 8. As the first pitch is called for a strike against Provencher, Kaylin Kim is the right fielder, batting number 9. Against the Cranston West battery of Paige Cody and the catcher of Sophia Morella. I'll take you through the West lineup as they come in as she swings through, and a strikeout for out number 1 right away as down goes Provencher.
I should get some gas on those pitches.
Paige Cody, one of the top pitchers in the state of Rhode Island.
Definitely showing some speed today. She's ready to go.
Jocelyn Sosa comes up, and that's the first one high on the rise ball, going away from Cody for 1-0. Bright blue skies, sunny, 81 degrees. With a little bit of a breeze, thankfully, behind us.
That's one way to call it. Ooh.
As Sosa pops that one out, flies over top into center field, and it'll be snagged for out number 2. So quickly 2 outs on the inning, and a good catch at center. Lindsay Brandow patrolling in the middle. That one's going to be bounced to Healy over to first, and 1, 2, 3 as Mendence gets retired. Goes East Providence, in the top half of the first. To the bottom half of the first, Cranston West coming to bat.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning. Here is Providence 1-2-3 in the top half of the first with the Falcons coming to bat. They'll start off with Sienna Nardelli. Mia Crudale batting second as a designated player. Lindsey Brandow out in right field bats third. Sophia Morella is the catcher batting fourth. Nicole Silvestri is at first batting fifth. Sam Healy at second base in the sixth spot. Cadence Koenig is in the seventh spot playing the seventh position. Victoria DePippo at third bats eighth, and Allie Messina is at shortstop. Paige Cody is the flex player. Let her arms stay for pitching. And Nardelli will get things started here in the bottom half of the first. Kira Quadros is the pitcher in the circle for East Providence. And we've seen this battle between Quadros and Cody before. This one for a chance to advance forward in the winner's bracket, and it's going to get really tight in about a week from now on the back end of this. There is about a 6-day gap between the winner's bracket and graduation.
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That tracks. That makes sense. That's definitely the way to go.
It's going to get tight for things, especially for seniors. That one's in the dirt for ball one.
It always amazed me when they used to schedule things like that when we were in school.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we have this really important thing coming up, but we also have this other really important thing coming up.
Bunt play as that one will roll down the line, and she beat it out.
That was some good footwork there. That was some speed down the line. It's a nice push bunt. Right up the line, followed it up the line, beat the play. Way to be.
So Nardelli on first brings Mia Crudale, the designated player, to the plate, and it'll put Lindsey Brandow on deck. Bunt play. High throw to third and around to score the first run of the game, and into third goes Crudale.
Woo. Heads up base running by both players. A sliding triple on a bunt. Doesn't get much better than that.
So Cranston West adding injury to the insult here in the bottom half of the first inning. And an error on the throw allows Nardelli to get around. Now Crudale at third as that one's in the dirt.
Nice stop
for Brandow. Lindsey Brandow, not to be confused with her older sister, Ava Brandow. Ava plays at Suffolk for the Suffolk Rams now after 4 seasons here at Cranston West. Brandau hits that one to short. Over to first, and that will be out number 2, but we'll score the run from third. Or, sorry, out number 1. And we'll score the run from third to make it 2-0. So 1 out in the inning now for Sophia Morella. Good pitch inside, brings strike 1. Quadros steps to the rubber, will wind. And just on the bottom side of the zone, strike 2. Morella's going to get a hot beat on that one and sends it out into left field.
Nice little frozen rope right out there.
I'll put the courtesy runner in for Morella. And Sophia Morella will head back to the dugout. And Nicole Silvestri will become the batter. 5th batter of the inning. Puts Sam Healy on deck with just 1 out. Popped. Foul. And strike 1. Had one last season, popped straight up, came right down right there, and hence the dent in the keyboard.
That's not something you expect that would normally happen.
No, did not at all, but I wasn't going to try to catch that thing either.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, broken hand or a dented computer. Personally, I'd rather have a dented computer. But
Yeah,
anyway.
we'll take the dented keyboard. We are directly next to the first base dugout, the away team dugout, just off the side of it.
Strike 3.
And strike 3 down. We'll go out number 2 on the inning as Quadros takes care of Silvestri, and it brings Sam Healy to the plate. Sam Healy headed to Eastern Connecticut State. She's got one more go round. Safe back at first on the pickoff attempt. As we give you a look from out above left field across the Brayton Park field here, is that one a little low, but they call it.
Maybe a little liberal with that, but, you know, we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the game.
Quadros winds. Will deliver. Healy ducks down. Throw goes out into center field and a stolen base. Well, 1-1 and a runner in scoring position now. Falcons already leading 2-0. Check that count's going to be 1-2. And Healy swings through. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Falcons get 2 on the board, though. They lead 2-0 after 1. Go to the second from Brayton Park.
Want to close your home purchase or refinance faster? Contact me, David Delbonis, at 401-487-7379, President Precision Home Lending. Trust the experts and we'll make your loan experience amazing.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this. Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big, hand down. One hand, up, flip. I could eat. Slice right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back here at Brayton Park as we get set for the top half of the second inning. 2 runs scored by the Falcons in that bottom half of the first. And ironically, both of them kind of came on error plays. It's not exactly the way you want to get things started if you're the Townies.
Yeah, they had an off inning there. So let's see what happens. Maybe they can make something happen here with their offense. Although Page seems to be a little bit on fire today. So we'll see what's going on.
And they went 1-2-3 in the first, so it's going to be Boyso, Bergeron, Pimentel as we start the second inning, and it's the 20 and the third baseman of him, Boyso, to get things started. Joking about this before the game. A lot of red, white, and gray on the field today between these two sides.
Yeah, definitely going to have to rely on staring at the names.
Boyso checks her swing, but good enough for strike one.
She has got some fire behind that arm, man.
Chopped, and a quick 0-2 count. In that first inning, Cody only threw 1 ball. Now, she's been throwing straight strikes. That one's going to be up high, and that's her second ball of the game. Broadcaster's jinx.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say it, and you went for it, and I had to let you have it. Strike 3.
Right down center. And another strikeout from Cody brings out number 1 on the inning. The first baseman, Emma Bergeron, number 22, will come to the bat. High school softball playoffs on the heels of the Women's College World Series about to get underway. All eyes on Oklahoma and Montana Fouts. Do they have what it takes to bring another trophy to Norman? It would cap off quite a career for Fouts.
A little behind on that swing there. You might need to catch up a little bit to that fastball.
Gertie with good spin on that one, too. That's going to bother the EP hitters all day. Catches up that time, but it's right to center, and it'll get snagged. No problem for Nardelli. And 2 outs in the inning. Koenig, Nardelli, and Brandow in the outfield, and almost feels weird saying that West outfield without having a Bassett name in it. Too many years of having Bassetts in the outfield.
Bassetts.
Players that have moved on to college, and saw a bunch of them over the course of the season this year, though did not get to see Gab Cunha. Salve played Rhode Island College on the road. Did not get to see Bassett because Kenzie playing and Salve played at UNE playing on the road. Emily's at Plymouth. Completely different set for her. Did see Emily Eastman when Bridgewater State came in to Newport and played against the Seahawks, and then saw Ava Brandow when the Suffolk Rams came in. Foul back, and it'll bring the count.
You're bringing up some good player names from back in the past there.
Only a year ago. I mean, they're all freshmen this year.
I know, but it feels like so much longer ago when you're watching them play, whether they're playing softball, volleyball, or whatever.
It does. It does in a lot of ways, and that one's high.
You know, you see the same players play different sports throughout the whole season, so you feel like all of a sudden they're not around. You're like, wow, they've been gone forever. No, they've been gone for 6 months.
No, they've been gone for 6. They've been gone for 6 months, right? Exactly. Framing it and wanted to hang it in the museum. Morella didn't get the call. And a full count at 3-2. Most worked count of the day. Cody goes low and walks her.
Tried to get her to chase. Unfortunately, batter had a better eye for it.
Puts Pimentel on base, and that's the first base runner of the day for the Townies, and it brings up Sylvie Patterson.
Oof.
Patterson tried to slap.
I feel like Paige might be a little upset that there's a base runner right now.
It's the first base runner of the day, and it was her. Not really pitching error, just unfortunate placement of balls sometimes. But 0-2 here with 2 outs. 3 straight got her.
1, 2, 3. Oof.
The base runner will go no further than first base, and we are through 1.5. 2-0 Falcons. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching softball on Fans Only Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice, freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites, and it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back as we're set for the bottom half of the second inning. Cranston was 16-4-1 overall on the season, 14-3-1 top in the Division 1A this season. And their losses on the season were kind of games that you would go, okay, they lost to Pilgrim twice. Pilgrim and Alyssa Toomey, Gatorade Player of the Year.
Okay.
You know, like,
Okay.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
they lost to Pilgrim. Now, you can kind of almost think that, especially with Pilgrim being in 1B, is there a possibility that this is a collision course in the state championship game in a couple of weeks from now?
It very well could be.
That we're going to see Pilgrim and West. They did have a loss to Bayview, and then a shortened game against Westerly that turned into a loss. And I'm talking with Coach P.J. Bissett.
Oof.
He said we were missing players. That one is going to take a long foul.
That was a little straighter. She might have had the distance for that one. Looked like it landed beyond the fence post, unfortunately.
Yeah, that one didn't pull.
Unfortunately. I think the wind took it. We're going to go with that one.
Little bit of a hook shot. Kiddings, Koenig, Victoria DePippo, Ali Messina, 7-8-9 for the Falcons here in the second. As she fouls that one back, and a quick 0-2 count on Koenig. This is the only game in Division I softball that's getting played today. So for the playoffs, all eyes are on this game. Koenig swings through, and she'll be retired for out number 1. And the 8th spot for Victoria DePippo.
DePippo a little slow there on the swing there, but definitely knew what she was looking for.
Called strike 2. And a quick 0-2. DePippo, a senior on this West team, and she fouls that one back, keeps the count 0-2. Some of the other top players on this team, mentioning DePippo obviously being a senior. Paige Cody, a senior, as DePippo hits that one right back at Quadros, who will send that one over to Bergeron, and that will be out number 2. But Sam Healy returns next year. Sophia Morella returns next year. Sienna Nardelli, Mia Crudale, just sophomores. Nicole Silvestri, just a freshman.
Oh, it looks like they got a little bit of a team for the next couple of years.
So when you take a look at it, obviously.
All things considered, it doesn't look too...
That's going to be some backspin on it, and the flip bobble. Then they're going to call her safe. She didn't have control.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you always run it out. That's not a shot at the MLB or anything like that.
So Ali Messina gets on, brings Sienna Nardelli back up. Nardelli got the game started with a bang in the bottom half of the first. And a strike 1 to Nardelli. Puts Mia Crudale on deck.
Ooh.
Goes up high, chasing it, and 0-2.
I like when a batter sees what they did wrong and they know it after they make a swing.
She will make the adjustment.
Yes.
Little drop coming. Goes down, and the pitch goes down as well. And we'll be out number 3 on the inning. Nothing doing for the Pelicans, but they still have the 2 they picked up back in the first. It's 2-0 as we go to the top half of the third. You're watching Rhode Island High School softball on Fans Only Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice, freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites, and it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Back here for the third inning of play. Falcons leading the Townies 2-0. From Brayton Park here in Cranston, Rhode Island. Game 1 of Division 1 playoffs. In a double elimination format, so even if you drop today, your season is not over. Unfortunately, baseball not entirely the same, both East and West. Really rough games yesterday. Lost on the last batter of the game. Actually, West losing on a walk-off at South Kingstown as they dropped their game 7-6. South Kingstown walked it off.
That's a rough way to go, especially when you're away with a team like South Kingstown and you're running with them like that. That's a rough way to go.
South Kingstown was able to take it in extras. For Cranston East last night, dropped it 2-1 to Smithfield with the tying run on third base.
Yeah, I don't know.
So both East and West baseball, unfortunately, out of the playoffs. East and West softball still alive. East playing their game today on the road. Otherwise, they would be directly behind us, but they are not. And we would have that game on right here on Fans Only Sports Network if it was home. That one is going to get framed again by Morella. And ball one for the pitcher, Kira Quadros, against the pitcher, Paige Cody. Up high and ball two. Pitchers always want to help their own cause when they can bat. Quadros is going to try to do it here. Foul tip to 2-1. Bunt. Rolls foul, and we'll level the count 2-2. Puts Keelan Kim in the on-deck circle. Called outside. Full count for just the second time this game. Fouled back. I'll stay 3-2.
I saw you gently lean over your computer there on that one just in case. I saw that.
That was exactly that was it. I was waiting for the spin.
For a half a second there, it looked like it was coming.
That one just off the top edge of the bat, fouls back. It'll keep the count 3-2.
Quadra's doing everything she can to stay alive here. Got to impress. It would be a little bit of impressed with her batter's eye. This is good stuff.
About a tenth of a second off of Cody. Morella frames for the third time. And they say ball 4, and it puts Quadros on base. And brings the right fielder, Keelan Kim. We'll chase that one.
Just out of their reach. Good hustle by both players, though, catcher and third baseman.
Hustle shuffle from DePippo as they've got the infield in. That's going to be fouled on the bunt again, and 0-2.
I think the ump might have taken a little bit of a knock on that one. With the bad hop coming through the catcher's legs.
As long as I'm not the Detroit Tigers player who got it sliding, and that's going to be foul, and she's out. 3 bunts. Yeah.
A little bit of confusion there, but I think we have it all settled now.
Yeah, she bunted 3 times for 3 foul balls, so.
She's in the heat of the moment. Sometimes you forget. It's all right.
Drops her for out number 1. And up high from Cody.
East Providence pitcher Quadros getting a little brave over there with that leadoff when she goes to take off. She's almost halfway down the baseline.
That one's going to get roped, and it's going to be a fair ball. That's going to curl into the corner. Quadros will go to third in a stand-up double for Trinity Provencher.
Looks like the bats for East Providence finally waking up.
So now here's an interesting situation. You've got second and third, 1 out, and you trail by 2. And Cody's got to settle down against the second baseman, Jocelyn Sosa. Swings through for strike 1. the sequence of batters, Providence, Sosa, Mendon, she got them 1, 2, 3 back in the first. Bunt,
Nice
spins, and nobody will be caught. Will score the run.
And she made her way up to second. Nobody was covering the second base.
And they're going to call time as the base, I think, got knocked off. These breakaway bases.
Sosa with an excellent base running awareness, though. Saw that nobody was there. It took off. Now we have second and third again with only one out.
Second and third, one out. They've got one across now, so a 2-1 game here for Ava Mendez. Up high. And ball one. And if I'm Morella, you might want to trot out to the circle here soon and have a little chat with Cody.
I guess they're going for the intentional walk.
They're going to intentionally walk Mendez. And put force any base from a Boyso. A short hit, you can come home and just get the player out. That's going to be a bunt.
Bases loaded, still only one out. I'm definitely looking to get one across here.
A 1 will be fouled back. And it's going to create an 0-2 count to Boyso. This would be huge if Cody could get her. Fouls it back. It'll stay 0-2. Bases loaded for the Townies. Just outside. 1-2.
Took a little something off there to try to maybe confuse the batter a little bit. Could have worked. A little too wide.
We'll foul that one towards the west dugout. Keeps the count 1-2. Townies batter is working Cody's pitch count now. Certainly adjusted from the first and second innings. Up high, 2-2. Cody fires up high in a 3-2 count. Both times that Cody's had a 3-2 count, it's been a walk. Got her swinging, and she got a piece of it. We'll keep it 3-2. Fouled back.
This is turning into one heck of a duel here.
You see the 3 EP Townies on the bases. Cody against Boyso. 3-2. Low ball 4. No, he called strike 3. Wow. Second out of the inning and a strikeout. Leaves bases loaded. 2 outs in the inning now for the 22 of Emma Bergeron.
That was a big strikeout.
Cody sends that one right down the middle, and that will be called for ball. AP's not too happy with that last call.
I can't imagine they would be.
Have a nice look at that one on the video later tonight. Game is available on demand on Fans Only Sports. That's fansonlysportz.com. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FOSPORTZ. 0-2. Or sorry, my apologies. 1-1. Come for a ball and 2-1. Still bases loaded. Swings through, levels the count, 2-2.
Cody potentially one pitch away from minimal damage in this inning, but she's had the bases loaded for a while now. So
2-2, 2 outs. Cody winds, fires that one just a little bit high. And now a full count again, 3-2, 2 outs. This is the definition of a payoff pitch. Fouls it back. It'll stay 3-2.
Cody definitely needs to get out of this inning. You can see she's wearing out a little bit.
Well, Wine fires. That one goes high. Ball 4. And this game is tied. So Mackenzie Pimentel will step to the plate. Still bases loaded. And 3 walks surrendered by Cody. That's high past Morella. And everybody will hold.
One of the upsides with a pass ball with somebody like this pitcher. Bounces right off the fence, comes right back to the catcher.
And now finally Morella is going to walk out to center. So too is Coach PJ Bissett. And this game has all of a sudden gone from being 2-0 West after the first inning to being a 2-2 in the third, and it seemed like it was a little bit of the pitching unraveling. Cody flexing her hand in the circle as Bissett makes the chat be known, and no change coming yet.
No, even still, even with the difficult inning that she's having, I think it's still a little too early to make that change just yet. But you can see she was getting a little into her own head there. So hopefully with this talk, she can calm down a little bit. Team can back her up because she knows they're there. Let's see what she can do on this batter here.
Hit the reset button and start like it's a brand new game. It's 2-2. Cody Watts fires and a swinging strike. Mackenzie Pimentel bunts this one. Morella got it. Inning will end, but the Townies get it back. So we're square as we head in to the bottom half. West coming to bat 2-2.
Really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
This is where it all begins.
They encourage you to just be yourself, to not follow the crowd. Like if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. The students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like you get to have these conversations in buildings that you swear were built just for that purpose. This is the place where you should have big thoughts. This is the place where you should dream big dreams.
I spend a lot of time here because I want to. It's not the kind of campus you want to get away from, and it's got a really bright future.
It's not 4 years for the sake of the 4 years. It's 4 years that's changing somebody so that when they leave here, the world's going to be a better place because of it.
As a senior, I know that I'm going to miss it, and I'm also going to cherish the time that I had here.
They're going to have to drag me out of here after graduation, and I can't imagine going to get my undergraduate degree anywhere else.
Crudale's up first.
Back here, bottom half of the third inning, we'll go Mia Crudale, Lindsay Brandow, Sophia Morella. As the East Providence Townies clawed back 2 and put this game honors even.
There's a few more smiles on the EP players right now. Couldn't imagine why, but you know.
Oh, don't know.
They had a pretty good top half of the inning, so they should be all smiles right now. That was a pretty good play, and they worked the count very well against obviously arguably one of the better pitchers in the division in the state.
One of the other ones in that list, Kira Quadros in the circle again here as she starts her third inning of work. Up high. And a 1-0 count to Crudale.
And on the flip side of things, Quadros seems a little more composed this time around in the start of this inning. Before she seemed a little ready to go, but now she seems
swung through.
Nice pitch, good framework.
Call on the outside, 1-2. Quadros will swing her arm around, and that one will get foul tipped back. Keeps the count 1-2. Rise ball that got a piece.
Seems like Crudale might have a little bit of the timing, but she might need to shorten up her swing here a little bit. Maybe get on top one, put one into play.
Crudale sets, Quadros delivers that one again. Crudale just underneath it. So it stays 1-2 count. That one, I think, stuck in the backstop.
Yep.
We'll pull it back.
Crudale doing everything she can right now to keep this batting alive.
3 straight fouls from Crudale kept the count 1-2. As Quadros will set for another pitch. Crudale gets a hold of that one to center field. And Mia Crudale is the first runner of the inning. She'll be on first for Lindsay Brandow.
That was an excellent at-bat. She battled through the whole thing, and she found a pitch she can handle. Line drive right out to center field. Excellent at-bat. Drops on a bunt.
That one will roll in that one. And look at Crudell over to third. Got the bag.
That. I feel like that was a play that was written in the playbook somewhere down the line about, a couple weeks ago. But bunted up through second base. There's nobody there to pick up the ball. And we got a runner that goes from first to third. And we get a double on a bunt.
So you're going to have second and third and no outs for Sophia Morella. Morella swings for 0-1.
Morella's up there looking for a fight right now. That was a hell of a chop there.
Morella is one of those players, along with Brandow and Healy, get a hold of one right, and that ball's gone. Seen her hit a bunch of them. That one's going to be high outside for a ball, levels the count 1-1.
I'll tell you what, with that first cut she made, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw one go. That was
Oh, yeah.
That was a good cut.
1-1 count. Quadros delivers. Morella gets that one up high. Short drop. It'll get caught out.
And we got the tag.
And the overthrow is not going to make it. Crudell will get home.
You know what? She didn't get the long ball like she wanted, but she got the sacrifice fly with an RBI. I'm sure she'll still take that. And advance the runner from second to third.
That is a positive play for Morella. She'll take it. Brings Nicole Silvestri to the plate. Just one out here in the inning. Silvestri swings through an 0-1. Well, Falcons back on top, 3-2. Quadra's taking her time. So too is Silvestri. Silvestri goes to lay one down, pass ball, and it's going to bring home. And Brindow's checking to make sure.
I don't think anybody. I think they thought it might have been a foul tip there, but it seems like it was just a pass ball, and the runner will score.
Yeah.
Honestly, from my eyes, it looked like she might have fouled it to two, but I guess not.
Yeah, they're going to question whether it was foul tipped.
Honestly, that's a fair questioning. Honestly, I would have done the same if I was in the coach's shoes.
Yeah, they're going to question whether it was foul tipped. If it was, then it is just a strike, and that can advance the runner. They're going to say it was not a foul ball.
And they're going to score a pass ball, so the run will stay.
So West picks up 2. And it's now a 4-2 game. Swings through, and she'll strike out. That brings 2 outs on the inning for Sam Healy.
Nice pitch.
Right at the knees.
That was a good pitch. Healy knows it too. Staring up at the sky for a couple of seconds, she knew it too.
0-1 to Healy. Swings through on that one. And 0-2.
Yeah, I was going to say something about the way their batting stances are, but then I remember some of the batting stances for any.
And softball is absolutely bonkers sometimes the way you see players stand. That one will go high in 1 and 2.
And I don't think I could ever stand like that and still hit a ball, and they just clobber it, and they bunt it, and they push it.
Yeah, I have seen some of the most awkward stances in batting in softball, and then you just see a player turn and
just launch
get on it, and you're just, what in the world are they doing? And if you think you want to talk about softball players and stances, and this one is one that anybody who's in New England will know and recognize. Go watch a UCLA game and watch Maya Brady as the strikeout comes to Sam Healy. Will end the inning here in the third. To the top half of the fourth, but West +2 once again, 4-2. Falcons lead.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Top half of the fourth after the Falcons put up 2 more. And this game has been doses across the board so far. It's 2 for Cranston West, then 2 for EP, 2 for Cranston West, and 4-2. Can Paige Cody settle herself back into the circle after a rough third? The Bats did what they needed to help her. Can't complain about run support.
No, you can't. They are definitely there. The offense is there. Like you said, unfortunately, she had a bit of a rough third inning. But let's see what happens here in the fourth. She seems a little more settled during warm-ups there, so let's see what happens now.
Cody settles into the circle against Sylvie Patterson, the DP, and first pitch to Patterson is low. And ball 1. Patterson, Quadros, Kim. She steps through that one. 1-1.
She tried that 3 times in a row the last time up to bat, and she went three misses. So maybe she's going to try the same thing. We'll see if Cody can get on top of it.
Bunts.
Foul tip.
And a 1-2 count. Cody a chance to put Patterson down to start the inning. Up high will level the count 2-2. She's got Kira Quadros in the on-deck circle. Got her, strike 3.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
Strikeout to start the fourth here for Cody. That brings Kira Quadros back to the plate.
If you ever want to get yourself back into a game, here's your best chance.
That one goes right off of Morella's helmet on the foul tip.
I knew the masks were good for something. I just can never remember why.
Well, especially now that they've gone to these hockey goaltender style helmets. And that was probably one of the most safest switches that we saw happen. And it was originally in baseball saw it first.
Yep.
And it was, in fact, Yadier Molina in the St. Louis Cardinals was the first
That's
one
right.
to ever wear one of these hockey goaltender-looking catcher masks. And then all of a sudden it just kind of swung its way through baseball, made it into the softball game, and now...
Well, think about it. How many times did you see a ball actually get right into the eye holes of the
right into the eye hole, or it smacks the mask right off of the player's face? Something of the sort. Strike 2
Ooh,
called.
Not happy with that pitch. She is shaking her head all over the place there.
So an 0-2 here to Quadros. Up high, 1-2 as the rise ball got away from Cody. Kayleen Kim stands in the on-deck circle for the Townies. That one outside. And Cody trying a little too hard on that rise ball, perhaps. As she shakes her head, I think she's thinks she's figured that one. Goes downstairs again. Quadros fouls that one back. Decent crowd here at Brayton Park. Plenty of people taking perch in the outfield. As that one is up high and a walk. Is on the board now as it's 3-2. And walks have not been the friend of Cody today.
Yeah, this is what happened last time too, which is started at the top of the third.
Got her through the middle, strike 3.
Got the slightest of pieces on it, but got to hold on to it on that third strike, and she did.
And now they're going to make a switch here. It would have been Kayleen Kim to bat. And he's Providence is going to bring the 3 of Nathania Figueroa. So Nathania Figueroa will pinch hit for Kayleen Kim in the 9 spot. And we'll see if she stays out in right field after this. Swings through, 0-1. Cody going to get through this inning unscathed.
It seems like such an easy pitch, that rising fastball, but for some reason it is so deceptive.
That one just up high, levels the count 1-1. Up high again. And a leading count at 2-1. Bases are empty. As Figueroa bats here with 2 outs in the inning. Swings through and 2-2. Big pitch for Cody. Foul tipped. We'll keep the count 2-2. Got her! Strike 3.
Cody with a much better inning this time around. Seemed like that half inning there, she settled down a bit.
Nobody left on base. Falcons preserve the 4-2 lead to the bottom half of the 4th.
Really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
They encourage you to just be yourself and not follow the crowd. Like, if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like, you get to have these conversations in buildings that you swear were built just for that purpose. This is the place where you should have big thoughts. This is the place where you should dream big dreams.
I spend a lot of time here because I want to. It's not the kind of campus you want to get away from, and it's got a really bright future.
It's not 4 years for the sake of the 4 years. It's 4 years that's changing somebody so that when they leave here, the world's going to be a better place because of it.
As a senior, I know that I'm going to miss it, and I'm also going to cherish the time that
Re-entry rule brings Kaylin Kim back in at right field after Nathania Figueroa batted for her in the top half of the fourth. To the bottom half of the fourth for the Cranston West Falcons, they lead 4-2. And we get things started here. Cadence Koenig. High for ball one. So it'll be Koenig to Pippo Messina in the fourth. Koenig swings through and 1-1. Into the final third of this game, so moving time for either side. Either the Falcons will either try to stretch this lead out, or EP wants to try to climb back in. That one just on the lower edge. Levels the count 2-2.
Seemed a little more like a good framework than an actual strike, but call's a call.
Quadros sends one that gets sent all the way back. High foul. Keeps the count 2-2. Smart from Koenig, not knowing where the ball went, to just run that one. Two in the dirt. We'll bring the count full 3-2. We'll be on base, so no damage there for Quadros. Quadros sets, delivers that one low, and Koenig will be on first with a walk.
I appreciate her trying to do the framework there, but when you pull up a mound of dirt with you, it might be a little hard to convince the umpire on that one. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. It was good. She's doing her job. I like it.
That's when you see those players in the outfield like roll over top of the ball and come up like, I got it. Bunt play. Quadros is going to catch that one right off the bat of to Pippo. And out number one will hold Koenig at first for Ali Messina. Messina fouls one back, 0-1. Take it side by side as you take a look from our camera out over top of left field here at Brayton Park. And you see behind the plate is Ali Messina up to bat here. In the fourth, 4-2 as Messina drops a bunt that will be caught.
Nice catch, Ava. That's two in a row.
2 bunts, 2 catches, one to the pitcher, Quadros, and that time to Mendez. So 2 outs in the inning. Top of the order, Persiana Nardelli. High, ball 1.
That is arguably the most normal batting stance I've seen all day.
Down in the dirt, we'll level the count. Actually, check that. We'll push the count to 2-0.
And we got a steal for second.
She did on that pitch into the dirt. Smart move by Koenig to get into second base in a scoring position now for Nardelli. Swings through. And 2-1. Nardelli, I think, is looking at that spot right over top of Koenig's head. If she can drop one short into center. Swings through. And 2-2.
And I think she did it again. She knows what she did.
2-2 for Nardelli. Koenig on second with 2 outs here in the inning. Got a drop on it over top of the shortstop. Koenig's going to come in to score. Nardelli will get to second.
I am pretty sure that is exactly what she was aiming to do. And if not, she'll tell everybody it was, so it works out anyway.
5-2 for the Falcons. That was what Nardelli was trying to do. It was left of where she usually will put that. That's why I mentioned on the previous pitch, she was looking at the spot over top of Koenig's head to short center. That one rolled a little bit on her, curled off of the pitch, and went up over top of the shortstop.
Like I said, it's exactly what she wanted to do.
And she got it far enough out that she was able to get Koenig home. 5-2 lead now for the Falcons.
2 quick strikes back to back.
And 2 quick back-to-back strikes with 2 outs in the inning here. And Mia Crudale's got to buckle down here. Crudale swings through, and that'll be the end of the inning. Falcons pick up 1, 5-2 to the 5th, getting tight for the Townies here at Cranston.
It's the 27 and his 4th of this season. 2. That one just passed Mitchell on the other side, and what a save by Mitchell on the great slot play with a 2 call to raise its goal scores. Crowd this evening here from St. George's, and a number of the Salway sports teams in attendance tonight as well, supporting their side as Mitchell makes another save. That one comes back off the boards, and Mitchell's able to kick it away. Nobody's having a piece of iron. Walensky scores! Distance lights the lamp. The Seahawks are going to lean on their stars, and who else? USA medalist to do it. Fires one from the top, make it drop as it's Mitch Walensky. Went off of the pad. Time! It Callum off of the backboard after Walensky.
Huh? What?
to the top, to the top half of the fifth. He's Providence trailing 5-2 over the Cranston West Falcons. Paige Cody back in the circle. She gets started on the top of the lineup here with Trinity Provencher. A little bit of smoke from Cody there.
You know, she might have had that rough inning, but she is all there right now.
That one just drops outside, brings the count 1-1. Provencher, Healy, and out.
I'm trying to remember. When was the last time in this game we had somebody, ground out? It's been a few innings, hasn't it?
It's been a moment. Nicole Silvestri over at first base. Not too much work today in the groundouts department. As Morella goes to frame that one and does not get the call.
Like I was saying between the innings, I don't think Quadros is having a bad game. I think just West's offense is just a little more awake today, but she's by no means having a bad game.
Fouled back from Sosa to the field behind us.
But there is another game going on.
Bring strike one, yeah, and the little kids.
That is definitely a little game.
The future of West softball.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that softball is bigger than most of the kids that are out there right now. So.
That might actually be. I'm trying to see if that actually is the middle school.
I was going to say, it might be.
It might be Western Hills Middle School. As that one is going to be
2 groundouts back to back.
2 groundouts back to back. Yes, as Healy over to Silvestri. And out number 2.
So the Falcons defense finally getting some playing time now. between Cody throwing out her monster strikeout pitches and whatever else is going on. So
Cody winds and fires against Ava Mendez. And Paige Cody had a 1-2-3 inning in the first against this top part of the order. Fouled.
Being able to see that catcher's mask up close now, I do really like it. I really do like it. I do like that they went that way too.
A lot more padding and protection to the players as well too.
Yeah, which is obviously the most important thing. I feel like a player's head, or just a human head in that respect, might be important.
Yeah.
So
a little bit well protected, and a 1-2 count here for Cody with 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. That one will get popped. Silvestri will sit underneath it. Can of corn will take us to the middle half of the 5th inning. 5-2 Falcons.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
To the only team to beat them this year.
At least it's fair that it was some.
Bottom half of the 5th. +3 lead for the Falcons at 5-2. As it is thankfully cooled off to 78 degrees.
Yes, cooled off. That's how we'll call it.
From 82 at first pitch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I still feel sweat dripping, so I guess
That's not.
it might just be me.
No, it's not exactly fun. Fun and not fun. Those who have never come to see a game at Brayton, our broadcast position is from just to the left side of the first base dugout, right along the field line.
Yeah, that's the broadcaster's way of saying there's no shade where we are right now. Bottom of the fifth starting here. Quadro's ready to go again.
And Lindsey Brandow will get it started for the Falcons. So Brandow, Morella, Silvestri as Brandow swings through and strike one. Fontaine, the legendary John Fontaine, principal of Cranston West, dropping by.
That's up.
Brandow pops one, and that one will trail backwards. And 0-2. Right in.
Oof.
Brandow gets a hold of that one underneath, out in the center, will get caught. And Trinity Provencher out in center brings out number one.
And she managed to catch it in the one spot of shade where it is on the field.
That one tree that will loom over top. The sun sets directly behind the home plate area, so it's right in the eyes of the players. And this game, a 5 o'clock first pitch start, but if you come to Falcons softball during the regular season, you'll understand why a lot of their games start at 7. That one will get over top of the shortstop, takes a little hop, and Morella has herself a single.
Is that her second hit of the game tonight?
Second of the game for Sophia Morella. And she'll get the courtesy runner again.
I very much understand not wanting to tire out the catcher.
Yeah, that is one thing I have constantly seen is the most 2 players you will ever get seen subbed for a courtesy runner rule will be the catcher and the pitcher.
Yep, and I can very much understand why.
Catcher don't want to tire them out, don't want to have issue on their legs. And then the pitcher, of course, also.
There's a higher chance of injury for a pitcher running on the bases.
Yeah. So when you've got your top catcher and your top pitcher in the game.
Although I will say, when Quadros got on base before, she ran. So
Quadros is one of those players that I feel like I go Kira Quadros, Alyssa Toomey, Sarah Trozen from Bayview, and is one of the, along with Paige Cody, would be the top 4 or 5 pitchers in the state, really. And but yeah, Toomey, Quadros, Trozen are players that are very, very hard to get them to come out of doing anything. That's going to get popped up, chased back at the backstop.
you know what? I can understand the enthusiasm because when you're a player and you enjoy the game and you want to play and you want to be out there any chance you get, I wouldn't want to get pulled out either, especially even just a courtesy run, whatever. I wouldn't want to get pulled out either.
And especially for them as seniors, this is going to be the last chance that they're going to ever run in a game or that they're going to even potentially bat in a game in college. 90% of the pitchers in college are put in as the flex player, as the one. You know, they're in as the one, they're in as the flex, and so they won't even bat, going to second and getting the stolen base.
Just sliding underneath the tag there. Good base running.
And that is the second time that we've had Despirito on for the courtesy runner, and the second time that she's stolen a base.
It's almost like she's good at it. So it's
just possibly why PJ Bissett's putting her out there for that. Despirito on second and swinging through and down on strikes.
Good cut, but unfortunately that pitch from Quadros was just too good.
I'll put Sam Healy.
Sam Healy looking for a gap right now.
Healy gets a hold of that one. It's going to hook.
And I think that's the second time she's done that today, too.
And a 0-1 to Healy. Healy's been on Quadros' timeline. Tips that one an 0-2.
Sam Healy, a deceptively strong batter. She's got big power, and you wouldn't really see it.
2 outs here in the inning. Healy will hook that one.
Wouldn't want to be standing in front of that one. It's one of the things that always scared me about being a third base coach. You're standing in that box, and you are quite literally wide open for just about anything. And on more than one occasion, I could say it hurts.
Quadros sets. Delivers to Healy, swings through, got her. That'll bring us to the end of the 5th. 5-2 for the Falcons as we head to the 6th. Townies are going to need to make a move.
Really good students come to Salve, but they leave, just ready to change the world.
I love Salve so much, and I love the connections that I've made. You're more than just a number, you're a name at Salve.
The 4 years have flown by so quickly. I think it's been a really great experience.
It's probably a cliche to say that Salve is a family, but it's a very, very true thing to say here.
They encourage you to just be yourself and not follow the crowd. Like, if you're a person who does not want to follow the herd, you have all the resources you need to shape the person that you want to be.
People are extremely supportive of each other and very supportive of the students. The students always come first.
A lot of the experiences you get at Salve are experiences that you can't get anywhere else because of it being such a tight-knit community.
Yes, it's a small school, but it's also like the desire to be a part of something great.
And then you put it all on this campus, right? Like, you get to have these conversations in buildings that you swear were built just for that purpose. This is the place where you should have big thoughts. This is the place where you should dream big dreams.
I spend a lot of time here because I want to. It's not the kind of campus you want to get away from, and it's got a really bright future.
It's not 4 years for the sake of the 4 years. It's 4 years that's changing somebody so that when they leave here, the world's going to be a better place because of it.
As a senior, I know that I'm going to miss it, and I'm also going to cherish the time that I had here.
They're going to have to drag me out of here after graduation, and I can't imagine going to get my undergraduate degree anywhere else.
Back here as we start the top of the 6th. And ball 1 is Cody. Faces off here against Emma Boyso. That one's going to pop. Caught by DePippo, and that'll bring out number 1.
Been seeing a lot of that today from both teams. Both teams getting underneath some good pitches and just, unfortunately, just popping them up. Both pitchers have been throwing very strong today.
Mentioned this one at the top of the broadcast. Falcons are the only game in the Division I playoff setup that are playing today. So they've got to wait for a lot of the first round games to finish before they figure out where things are going to go for them as they look to try to stay on the winner's bracket side of things in this double elimination playoff setup.
Count moves to 1 and 2.
As Cody is trying to look to get the second out here of the inning. Just on the outside. Level the count 2 and 2.
Cody working deep into this game, still looking strong as she was back in the first. So
that one will sneak through it short. Emma Bergeron gets on base. Pilgrim, Smithfield, Coventry, Bayview, LaSalle, Cumberland, the other games here in round 1. Win this game. That one will pop right for Silvestri. And 2 outs. And this is what we were talking about off air. Win this game and you'll sit for 2 or 3 days before you play again. If you win, you're through into the double elimination second round. You won't play until the 5th or 6th. So actually, if it's West, you're talking about 4 days at least.
Talking maybe next
you're talking
Monday
4 or
Tuesday.
5 days
Yeah, so
until you're playing again.
It's almost a full week's rest anyway.
So Paige Cody can pitch all the way deep into this game as the 25 of Cassie Delude. Old bat here. And strike 1 to Delude. Just on the edge. Morella framed that one hard. And 1-1. A question about that with the swing for 1-2.
That's a big cut there.
2 outs here on the inning in the 6th. Got her! Strike 3 will end the inning. Bottom half of the 6th. Falcons +3. Is this the last time that we'll see the Falcons bat here in game 1 of the playoffs? You're watching the Rhode Island High School Softball Playoffs on Fans Only Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this. Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. No. Flip. I could eat. Slice right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
As we head here into the bottom half of the 6th inning, last time potentially we'll see the Falcons come to bat. Cadence Koenig to the plate as Koenig swings high in strike one. Popped.
Cover your computer.
As that one is hauled down right at the fence line from Emma Bergeron. And out number one.
She did a good job then, not running into the fence. Give her credit for that.
It's a hard spot.
That was a hard spot.
It quickly comes up on you. Swings through. Coventry and Bayview tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pilgrim Smithfield, 5 p.m. on Saturday. We'll close round one. Two games that also feature top pitchers in the state. Bayview with Sarah Trozen, and then Pilgrim with the defending Gatorade Player of the Year in Alyssa Toomey. Strike three will bring out number two. Alyssa Toomey staying home after she graduates from Pilgrim. She can literally stay at home if she wanted to. She's going to play softball next year for Providence College. From
if I was in her shoes, I would stay at home. Save the money. Stay home.
Go from Pilgrim High School in Warwick to Providence College, and
that's a very long drive for us Rhode Islanders. I feel like
it's
like a 15-minute ride, so maybe 25 with traffic. So she might need to pack like 2 lunches for the day, kind of thing.
I think you have to get travel expenses for that one.
She almost needs a fast pass, but I don't think she needs that quite yet. But it's close.
That is one thing. In the 3 years that I've been up here, I still don't understand that people are like, oh, wait, let me check the distance. And if it's longer than 15 minutes, they're like, oh, sorry, that's too far. I'm like, what?
It's a weird one. But these are the same people that'll spend 45 minutes to drive to the beach and not question anything.
Quadras swings one that gets a tap through, and that one will be Coaches repeat saying, hi, Dad, to all the parents watching at home. And that brings us to the end of the 6th. Top of the 7th coming up, shutdown time here at Brayton, 5-2 Falcons.
It's the 27 and his 4th of the season. 2. That one just passed Mitch on the other side, and what a save by Mitchell. On the right slot play with a 2 call to raise its goal, scores! Crowd this evening here from St. George's. A number of the Salve sports teams in attendance tonight as well, supporting their side as Mitchell makes another save. That one came back off the boards, and Mitchell's able to kick it away. Nobody's up a piece of iron on the Tabansky score! Distance lights the lamp. The Seahawks are going to lean on their stars, and who else? USA medalist to do it. Fires one. From the top, make it drop as it's Mitch Walensky.
To the top of the 7th shutdown time here at Brayton as the Falcons are going to look to try to advance into the double elimination second round, and Quadros will have to help her own cause here from the circle to the batter's box. She goes here to start the 7th and swings through for strike one.
Cody coming in with that gas right away, man.
Up high, count 1-1.
Seriously, she has not lost a step from the first inning. I understand we had that rough inning, but her speed, her control, it is all still right there.
Swings through and 1-2. That's going to be Quadros, Keeling, Kim, Trinity Providence, unless we see some pinch hitters. Morella framed that one for the Louvre and didn't get the call.
That's a tough one.
2-2. Got her swinging.
1 down, 2 to go for Cody.
Out number 1 brings, and it's a pinch hitter, and it's the 3 of Nathaniel Figueroa. Figueroa came in on the flex rule and struck out back an inning ago. She comes back in on the flex rule again. And a foul tip for 0-1.
I was definitely standing in the incorrect position because where the fence post is that goes horizontal, could not see the ball all the way to the glove. Didn't think she actually threw the ball.
That was a dead line strike from Cody. Got her high 3. 2 outs on the inning, and the Townies down to their last out. Trinity Providence will come up to the plate. Take you more look from our outfield position over top of the Brayton Park complex here as Paige Cody winds and fires high ball 1. Falcons will sit and wait until Friday or Saturday, until Tuesday to see who they play. They'll wait for Friday and Saturday for the other games.
And everybody has to have a day or 2 off. So, like you said, Falcons are going to be sitting for a few days here if they keep this up.
Yeah, Falcons will sit. Games still to come on Friday and Saturday. Falcons won't play until Tuesday or Wednesday. Providence works a walk. So Jocelyn Sosa comes to the plate. And it's 1 on with 2 outs. Sosa pops that one for right field, caught, and the Falcons will win. Brandel snags it and puts the Falcons into the second round with a 5-2 win.
Honestly, you got to commend both pitchers here today. Like I've been saying most of the game now, they both pitched very well. Quadros definitely pitched a good game. Unfortunately for her, West just had it a little bit better over time getting a handle on her than the Townies did against West. But you know what? It was a good game. It's a hard-fought game. EP definitely made their bats known, especially in that 3rd inning there when they came up from nowhere. But it is what it is for them. But like you said, they're not out of it just yet. They're still playing. They're just in a different bracket now.
Yeah, EP will have to recollect and turn themselves into Game 9, which will be on either Tuesday or Wednesday, as they'll await the loser of the LaSalle-Cumberland matchup. That'll put them into that 1-loss first round bracket. Falcons are going to advance on into the double elimination second round. They'll play the winner from that LaSalle-Cumberland game, which happened yesterday, as we were told. So we are awaiting to see a score on that one. Haven't seen one posted yet. Win that game, and you're into the semifinal game at Rhode Island College, and all this will wrap up by the championship games on the 17th. Falcons win game one of the playoffs 5-2. That'll do it for us here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.